What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. This was not my fault. First off, there's some form of a lag going on with my internet, and I was on the phone with Mama Mims, and she didn't even know I have a YouTube channel. So trying to explain to her that I had like a business meeting to go to at this time of night really didn't go off so well. So like the video as the intro plays, we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
What I love about Mims, Make It Make Sense, he's a YouTuber. He gets the court record. So he gets the cases.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
And don't you forget.
I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Big Mims. Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Count out loud.
Diddy just gushed this man's lip off on national TV, dude.
I cannot.
Okay, y'all. Again, sorry, I was a little bit late. Sorry. Oh, y'all like that new one? Okay. So you guys, can you tell me if you guys are seeing a lag? Let me know if you're seeing a lag too, because I feel like there's a lag. Let's see. Oh, I love y'all too. I'm seeing the hearts. No lag. Okay, I guess it's just on my end, so I'll try to figure it out. So if you guys do not remember, we were talking about a young lady who was working while on the job, and I told you I would bring you guys the update because the update's crazy. If you don't remember, there was an elementary school teacher who was having a little OF fun on the clock and got caught. And we didn't know like what the specifics were, but Quanell X, a local Houston, I believe he has affiliations with like the Black Panthers and stuff, a local Houston activist who's also on Fox Soul, had some things to say, and I'll remind you guys.
Hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And she made multiple videos. Yes, the district was unaware until we brought this to their attention. But what we're asking you to do now is to go even further. Nullifying her contract is not enough. This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties, spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. I'm telling you what's on the video. Spreads her cheeks. This is madness. This woman should classroom on hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And she made multiple videos. Yes, the district was unaware until we brought this to their attention. But what we're asking you to do now is to go even further. Nullifying her contract is not enough. This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties.
Okay, I'm done.
Spreads her.
Okay, guys, so I told you I would bring you the update. I see my real life sister in here. She said, thank you for everybody who's been watching her videos. It's Reddit Lane. I just had her up on the screen. Yeah. This is her channel. She's been reviewing Love during lockup, and I have been her guest co-host on that. Thank you guys for everybody who subscribed. Banji, I did not have the link, but I will definitely send you the link to her channel. I see a couple of you guys that were in here. We had a good time. Frank, I know, is in here. But okay, y'all, the story got extremely crazy. We just thought it was a normal teacher in the classroom with her school insignia, juggling her breasts, playing with her panties. It's a lot worse than you thought. This is the weirdest story. There was no way that I could not bring this to you. So it says elementary school teacher is caught filming, we'll just say, some corn in her classroom, with same school now rocked by suspected homicide of a second female teacher. You can't even like make this stuff up. Yes, her panties. Thank you, Jersey Girl. We got like 1,300 in the chat. Definitely hit the like button. And if you, let's try to get to 1,000 likes pretty quickly. What it does is it lets YouTube know that we're live. It says a former teacher has admitted to filming OnlyFans clips at a Texas elementary school where a female colleague was found dead of suspected homicide this week. The woman, who Daily Mail is not naming, shot at least 2 movies at Gray Elementary School near Houston, but she claims she did so when no children were around. She says she sent them to an ex-boyfriend who shared them after a bad breakup. The woman has since filed a report accusing him of revenge P. Now, this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. Did you just send them to your boyfriend, or did you actually start an OF? Because if you started an OF, a lot more people saw you juggling your breasts and playing with your panties than just your boyfriend. But if this is a situation where it's revenge P, that's absolutely deplorable and a real violation. She said video posted online sees the teacher posing among children's books and toys while lifting up her top to flash her breasts in one clip. While in a second, she degrades herself in a staff bathroom, pulling down her panties and underwear in front of the camera. No. The new part is that she's now claiming it's revenge P, Michelle. She's saying it was not OnlyFans. The disturbing revelations of X-rated behavior came only days before it was revealed that another staff member at the school was found dead of a suspected homicide. It says the woman pictured being interviewed anonymously by a local TV station says the clips of her posing among children's toys and books were supposed to be kept private, and that she is the victim of revenge P from a bitter ex. Now it says early childhood special education aide and mom of 4, Laura Smith, 37, was found dead in her home not far from the school. This is a teacher at the same school, guys. So you have one teacher juggling her breasts and another teacher actually found dead, murdered. Smith's husband, who worked with the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office, abruptly resigned on Tuesday after news of his wife's death emerged. Why would you resign after your wife is found unalive? The sheriff's office is currently conducting a homicide investigation, said Fort Bend County Sheriff's Captain Dahlia Simmons. It has not been revealed what type of weapon was used in Smith's death or where in the house she was found. There is no suggestion Smith's death is linked in any way to the X-ray video scandal. Now that would be crazy if there was a link to this woman, to the lady playing with her panties. That would be crazy. I told you this story was crazy. She's a very pretty lady. I always have a little bit of extra respect for teachers. I know they say teachers are making more money now, but I've always heard that they don't make the type of money that they should to deal with everybody's badass children. there's like a special tolerance that parents and teachers have for kids that normal people don't. As for the teacher who filmed the inappropriate video, she's now resigned from Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, but on an unrelated matter. The woman who has not been formally identified at this time is not currently facing any criminal charges, but police are investigating her behavior. The teacher insisted that the videos were shot on a weekend when the school was empty and free of both staff and children. She also said that they were shared only with ex-boyfriend, who released them as a form of revenge plea designed to humiliate her. I've never sent this out to thousands of men. I'm not that type of person, the teacher said. This was just a relationship, a private matter, and he released it. All I can do is learn from this situation. The teacher involved has said she hopes her career in education is not permanently harmed. It was poor judgment on my part. I would never do it again. Community activist Quanell X was appalled by what he had seen. If she would do this in her classroom, what else will she do? Quanell, were you really thinking about what else she might do? Be truthful. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Lovejoy, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. She says, hey, Mims and the Straight Shooters. Happy Sunday, fun day. I'm just glad to be feeling better. Thank you for being a member. RG, thank you for becoming a member. Negla says, still laughing at spread her cheeks since Friday. Thank you, Negla. Brian Patterson, thanks for the super chat. He says, Mims, he needs to become a clip for your future lives. He might have to be. But I could not show y'all the clip of Diddy wiping something off an alleged drug mule's lip on a red carpet. Do you go around wiping off substances off your friend's lips, male or female? Just asking. Thanks for the super chat. Trap House Mysteries, thank you for becoming a member. And Just Patches, thanks for being a member for 13 months. She says, Mims, we can always count on you to keep us updated. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thanks for all the well wishes. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I eat at Cheesecake Factory all the time. But last night, I don't know what was going on. My head hurt. My stomach hurt. Alicia, send it to my Instagram. He said it was absolutely appalling and shameful that these are the type of educators that are in elementary school teaching our children. We got a teacher in the classroom on school hours stripping down, butt it's naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging out in her pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator in the classroom of the teacher. Anyway. So that was the update. I told you guys the update was as crazy as the initial video. You got a case of revenge P and homicide all at the same elementary school. Imagine what they're having. Imagine the conversations they're having to have with these kids about their teachers who they probably loved. Yeah, he was really upset about the cellulite, or he might be into it. Some people don't like cellulite. Some people just say, it's what did they say? One of my friends said her man's, for every man that don't like it, another man sees it as a landing strip. So, cellulite is natural. Most people have it. I don't know how the expectation that people don't have any cellulite, don't have an ounce of fat, skin stays perfect, no wrinkles. Real people have cellulite. He might have some. He might have some. I don't know. Do men have cellulite? I don't know if men have cellulite. But okay. Christy says, husband unalive teacher. Teacher shouldn't have filmed on campus, period. Now, Christy, I would not just automatically think that the husband did it, but what point would he have to retire from his job? It's not like he took a leave of absence because his wife was, unalived. But that's strange and something worth looking into. Okay, if men don't have cellulite, they have stretch marks. Oh, no, Lorraine says men do have cellulite. Okay, well, he might have a little bit. I know his glasses don't fit. Okay, y'all, expect more people to be coming forward about Diddy. Expect it. It's gonna happen. Guys, we got almost 2,000 in the chat. It's not my normal time. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes pretty quickly.
It's Make It Make Sense.
Hold on, let's see. I don't know what goes on with this thing. Sometimes these updates on YouTube, I don't like them. We only have like 600 likes. Definitely hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Okay. So the Daily Beast did a whole expose where they interview people from his companies and they listed more abuse. It says 5 ex-employees of Sean Diddy Combs' companies reveal that the rapper's alleged abusive tendencies extended to the workplace, including face grabbing and violent threats. This month, the world witnessed surveillance video that would forever change whatever reputation remained for Sean Diddy Combs. The undeniable imagery of Combs beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie in a hotel hallway left no doubt in the minds of anyone who watched it that hip-hop superstar was at the very least an abuser. An abuser is the nicest thing you could call him. Fuck boy. Trash. Combs had already been accused of a slew of horrifically violent behaviors after Cassie first alleged that she suffered beatings, psychological torment, and more at his hands. In a lawsuit against him last November. Since then, 6 more suits have emerged, alleging the rapper and former brand mogul engaged in the R-word, assault, forcible drugging, and even a sex trafficking operation. Now, 5 former Combs employees told the Daily Beast that the rapper's allegedly abusive tendencies in his personal life extended to a disturbingly toxic work environment. Former employees of Combs' lifestyle brand, Sean John and Blue Fame, his now shuttered advertising agency, recalled erratic behavior while in Combs' employ, including instances where he grabbed, berated, and threatened them. These former staffers spoke to the Daily Beast under condition of anonymity out of fear of retribution. One female Sean John ex-employee shared a harrowing account about a time Combs grabbed her face following a disagreement about a creative decision. He didn't like that I wasn't agreeing with him, and he wasn't interested in hearing my point of view, the former employee recalled. Instead, Combs allegedly began to yell and compared himself to a renowned fashion designer. When you speak to me, you should imagine that you're talking to Karl Lagerfeld, she recalls Combs telling her. Anything I say, assume that it is coming from Karl Lagerfeld. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Karl Lagerfeld worked for like Chanel, right? Before he started his own brand. It was Chanel, right? You are comparing Sean John, a t-shirt line, to Chanel. Okay. Thanks, guys. I put the banner up. Everything they were saying is alleged. Instead, Combs allegedly began to yell and compared himself to a renowned fashion designer. Anything I say, assume that it's coming from Karl Lagerfeld. At that point, I didn't have... Wait, I paid for this. Why am I seeing an advertisement? Y'all, I pay for so many different, like, LA Times, New York Times. I definitely shouldn't have to see advertisements. At that point, I didn't have a response to that, and he reaches out and grabs my face, she added. He put one hand on both sides of my cheeks and says, stick out your tongue. And then he squeezes my face harder and yells at me to stick out my tongue, forces his hands on my face. She recounted how Combs then told her he just wanted to see if her tongue was bleeding because she was clearly biting it. How high was he? Like, I don't like when people put their hands in my face. Just general rule, general principle. Don't put your hands in my face. Your hands could be dirty, oily. You could be a nasty person, and we know that he was doing all day freak offs. That's just weird. That's weird. Grabbing somebody's face, squeezing it, and trying to make them stick out the tongue, alleging, I know you've been biting your tongue. Is that some sexual shit? I started looking for a job immediately after that moment, she said. I just wasn't interested in being there to deal with that kind of treatment. You have to really idolize him and see him as an icon. I didn't. I was just there to do my job. This former staffer was one of several who told the Daily Beast that they weren't shocked by the disturbing surveillance video released earlier this month, showing Combs assaulting Cassie in a hallway of a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. After CNN published the footage, the rapper apologized, telling fans, I hit rock bottom. I make no excuses. My behavior in that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. Page Six later reported that Combs was incensed that the hotel footage doesn't tell the full story, according to an insider. I'm sorry that it took this long, the staffer said. I hope he gets what's coming to him. So I'm seeing a lot of A-listers. I see Spike Lee, his mama, Tyson Beckford at his t-shirt line. That was sold at Macy's for affordable prices. Not quite Chanel, but okay. Additionally, Karl Lagerfeld wasn't the face. Karl Lagerfeld actually was a designer. You had very talented people under you making your t-shirts. You didn't design it. You were the face of the brand, but okay. Another former employee told the Daily Beast that he was fired after making eye contact with Combs, visibly expressing disappointment when the mogul showed up hours late for a meeting. From the employee's perspective, Combs took the look that I gave him personally. He must not have been an attractive man, because if he was an attractive man, we know that look probably would have got him a freak-off offer, not fire. I'm done. I'm sorry. There was erratic behavior. There was definitely what I would consider mental abuse with how he spoke to us employees, the person said, adding that he worked from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. because of Combs' demands and the culture of fear the rapper had created in the workplace. There was a lot of profanity, kind of aggressive, in your face, physically in your face kind of stuff. This former Sean John employee said the work environment was like Game of Thrones, with everyone walking on eggshells and some colleagues throwing others under the bus to stay in Combs' good graces. Well done. Courtney says, I worked for Macy's. Sean John was always on clearance. If you want a bedazzled t-shirt, Sean John was the place to be from 08 to 2011. If you wanted a bedazzled t-shirt for your weekend in Miami, right on par with Chanel. Chanel is actually uber expensive. Well, mom doesn't know I have this channel, so I could tell y'all some things. So I was going to get my mom a Chanel purse until I found out how much Chanel purses cost. I was at a resale shop that sells bags, only nice bags. And Mother's Day was around the corner, so I stopped in. I'd never been. Those resale bags are between $4,000 to $8,000. She got a Macy's gift card. $4,000 to $8,000 is crazy. Sorry, that was just a little side note. The employee added, of their time at the company, when people ask me about it, I always tell them it was the worst experience I ever had in my life. In one meeting, this employee recalled the designer informed Combs his team was inundated with work and couldn't complete a specific project. Combs, then known as Puffy, stopped in the middle of my presentation, told him he wasn't inundated with shit, and to say it one more effing time, and walked up to him face to face, lip to lip, tongue to tongue. No. Sorry. not tongue to tongue. Face to face, lip to lip, and said, "Say it one more time, mother effer." The ex-employee continued, "He felt as though he should never be questioned, and what he says is what it is." During one episode of Fashion Week, his relationship with his boss changed for good. After inquiring with Sean John's CEO, Jeffrey Tweedy, about whether an unidentified woman at an event was Combs' girlfriend, the employee said the rapper seemed possessive over his gal pal. He said, Tweedy replied in a huff, "You can't ask questions like that. What are you doing?" Then Puff came over and didn't even look at me and said, "What did he say?" And then Jeff said to Puff, "He was asking about your girl." Combs, the employee claimed, glared at him, shook his head, and walked away. That night, before the employee left, he thanked Combs for the invitation. He claimed the rapper grabbed him very forcefully, walked him to the elevator, and declared, "We want this to work out. You can't ask questions like that. This is New York." While this employee said he didn't see Cassie at the office often enough to witness any of the violent treatment she described in her lawsuit, he said the infamous hotel video was not a shock. I don't understand how he's saying during one episode of Fashion Week, his relationship with his boss changed for the good. How did that change anything for the good? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, y'all. Oh, I see y'all in the chat now talking about Chanel. Yeah, those bags are crazy expensive, even on the resale market. Yet another former Sean John employee recalled how Combs oversaw the company through fear. One company director was so terrified of the rapper turned mogul that he'd leave the building every time Combs arrived. This former staffer claimed, turnover at the company was high, and marketing director might have lasted only 6 months. This employee also echoed the toxic work culture that others described firsthand. In fact, they said there was a specific term used around the office, catching a brick, for when a staffer became a target for Combs' ire. It was as if you're walking down the street and someone randomly threw a brick at your head out of the blue. Yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug. If you have any questions about the erratic behavior that happens when you are high as a kite, just look at Jocelyn Hernandez's behavior at any given moment. At any given moment. Imagine that being your boss. Out of the blue, he was unhappy with something that you might not have done, but he thought you did. You caught a brick, they continued, recounting how Combs verbally attacked him until I was surrounded by security guards who rushed over, while he's 6 inches from my face screaming at me, telling me I effed up. That's when I learned what a brick is. I caught my first brick, my only brick. The employee put up with the rapper and the culture for a time because the opportunity he gave to young Black entrepreneurs, people that had vision and passion. It was super inspirational. For this former Combs employee, look, another picture where he can't close his mouth, y'all. You think he had his real teeth shaved down? Or maybe he had like some work done on his tongue? Because this ninja can't close his mouth at all. Every picture before 2010, Diddy is seen with his mouth open. And he kind of looked like he got bad breath. I don't know. But I don't know why his mouth can't close. For this former Combs employee, the Casio video didn't come as a shock. Oh, he did come as a shock. I was surprised by the level of violence that he had toward Cassie in that video. I didn't see his anger going to that level. I really didn't. I wouldn't have stayed had I known what was going on. I'll tell you that much. Cassie settled her November lawsuit accusing Combs of R-word and beatings a day after it was filed. While her lawsuit accused Combs of sex trafficking and sexual battery, it also included claims for sexual harassment, gender discrimination, and hostile work environment. The legal papers mirror what some employees told the Daily Beast that they faced in the office. Loyalty to Combs was without question. Mr. Combs' aggressive and demanding approach to those he worked with made it impossible for anyone to challenge him, the complaint said, and Ms. Ventura soon learned that Mr. Combs insisted on blind loyalty from everyone in his inner circle. Still, the suit also said that Combs would order his employees to lure Cassie back when she tried to escape him. Throughout their relationship, Mr. Combs was prone to uncontrollable rage, frequently beating Ms. Ventura, and failure to close his mouth. It didn't say that. I said that. I'm sorry. I never heard a tongue work. He had an under and an over. So he had an over under bite. Let me stop. Let me stop. A former Blue Flame employee echoed the experience of those who worked at Sean John. There was a lot of cursing, a lot of talking to people crazy, a lot of calling women bitches, saying "F you" or "You're stupid" or I'll fire y'all bees right now. She said that in her experience, she'd never seen him be like that with men. I wonder why. He never treats the men like that. Never treats the men like that. It's Pride Month, y'all. Let me stop. I was gonna put something in my video that the Sipping the Monty had, but I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble for that, so I didn't. Maybe I'll throw it in one video. Thank you for the super sticker, AKW, and I see we got some more super chats. I'll definitely be getting to those. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be serious for the rest of this video. She said in that her experience, she'd never seen him be like that with men unless they had no power or stature in the industry. Combs' female assistants would warn newcomers about his behavior, she added. Everyone was kind of cautioned that, oh, he might say something weird or something off, but we're told they should just learn to look the other way. His assistants and representatives would be like, we just keep it moving. He has so many assistants, I can't remember who they all are. Although women were treated the worst in her experience because they didn't have the anatomy that he liked, the former employee underscored that a substantial portion of the rapper's success is owed to women. I think the public persona of him is that he's around a lot of men, but a lot of women have made him money, she said. He has a lot of power, but I don't think a lot of people understand how many women work for him. This former employee specifically referenced Combs executives Dia Sims, Erica Q, and Erin Harris as example of powerful women who collectively have been crucial to his growth. Sims was formerly Combs' assistant before she became president of Combs Enterprises, along with Q, former Sean John Combs creative director, and Harris, former senior vice president of Combs Enterprises. The three executives now hold prestigious roles outside of Diddy's sphere of influence. I can't say that these women are pushovers, she continued. They are effing brilliant, if you ask me, but I would hope that power didn't come at the cost of them turning a blind eye to other people suffering. Sims, Q, and Harris did not respond to the Daily Beast for a request to comment. Not everyone who spoke with the Daily Beast had such poor experience, but even those with positive things to say about working with Combs acknowledged that he could be intimidating and scary and mean, or were aware of rumors about his abusive behavior. One person who worked closely with Sean John and Combs, who was provided to the Daily Beast by Combs representatives in lieu of an official statement, said the above horror stories were simply not the experience that I had. Despite his net positive time working for Combs, this former employee asked to remain anonymous because no matter what side of the argument I'm on, there's no benefit for me, and it would be very detrimental to my life and career if I'm identified. I don't think he was exceptionally crazy. What the F is exceptionally crazy? Either you're crazy or you're crazy. It was intense work. The hours were not normal, but I spent much time up there at Sean John and I'd never heard of any of this stuff, he said, adding he'd never seen Combs talk down to or be aggressive with an employee. He could be intimidating and scary and mean, but there was always this underlying professionalism with him, he added. You felt like he was pushing you to get to the absolute best last little bit out of you. I'm sure Diddy wanted the best last little bit out of you. I am absolutely sure, sir. If I'm not sure of my name, I'm sure that Diddy wanted the best last little bit out of you. I mean, Another former employee at one of Combs' companies who asked to remain anonymous in order to speak freely about her experience also said the rapper treated her well. He lives up to everything, she said, referring to his standards and successes as businessmen. However, she added, you learn to understand what you are dealing with. Before she took the job, she was warned that Combs was unconventional to work with, but actually ended up liking him. We had to learn to get along together, she explained. Now, for some of these people, just between you and me, Diddy is always going to be aware when an actual publication is going to write something about them, because real journalists will send something asking for a response from the person, or if they have a response to any of this. Some of these anonymous people, do you think were put in by Diddy so that the article would be more balanced? Ethiopia is a UMG executive. Ethiopia came from another company where she was like the president. She is a powerhouse, but she didn't technically work for Diddy. She worked with Diddy. She worked to get financing for his project. This insider did say that the workplace was full of rumors that Combs' relationship with Cassie was volatile. After seeing the video last week, the former employee said she washed my hands of the mogul. I'm done, she said. I don't even listen to the apology. It's not worth my time. The latest lawsuit against Combs, filed last week by April Lampros, accuses him of battery and sexual assault in the 1990s. And just this week, CNN reported that Combs' accusers would appear before a federal grand jury as the U.S. Justice Department potentially seeks an indictment against the rapper. Let's see where we are. Guys, we got like almost 3,000 in the chat. Definitely hit that like button, please. One former Sean John employee told the Daily Beast she was disgusted by the hotel surveillance video. The video disgusted me as both a woman and someone who used to take pride in working at Sean John. I am shocked because he always claimed to be a God-fearing person, but there is no God in abusing a woman you claim to love. This is just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. This is just the tip of the iceberg. People are now finally, after all of these years, even the people that don't even work with him anymore, are finally feeling free to come and tell their stories. This is not just about Diddy, because there's a lot of men out there like Diddy, a lot of very, very powerful men in the spotlight who have been protected for years because of their reach, because of their money, because of their connections. 2024 has been the year of sounding off and not taking anybody's shit. Letting people know.
Okay? We're going to follow this road all the way down. You're going to take a sharp left. Okay? Up here, past this tree here. Okay? Once you get up here, you're going to take another sharp turn. And over here, this is where you have me fucked up at. Right here in this place.
We're not taking it anymore. Miss Nikki says over 2,000 in the chat. Please hit the like button. Thanks for being a member for 2 months, Miss Nikki. JM Travel said, oh, thanks for the super sticker, JM. Christian says maybe he yelled at his dentist at some point, so the dentist retaliated. Like, oh, okay. We're talking about a very serious topic, y'all. The fact that Diddy can't close his mouth. Look right here. Picture with Tyson. Can't close his mouth. Look right here. On a red carpet. Can't close his mouth. There was another one. At a podium. Speaking into the mic. Something I'm sure he's not new to doing. Readjusting it, putting it right in front of his face and blowing directly into the mic. Just to make sure that it's working, right? Can't close his mouth. Christian said maybe he yelled at his dentist at some point, so the dentist retaliated like, oh, okay. Dr. Heavenly could help, but I don't think she likes you no more, Diddy. AKW, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Ebony Nil, didn't we call the difference in treatment of men and women? Hit the like. Exactly. Exactly. He's like a little pussycat to the women, but to the men, I'm sorry, to the men, but to the women, he's a monster. So y'all, I got a tip. have to source out the information. So if I don't give that story to you tomorrow, I'll give it to you on Tuesday. But there was so much deep shit. Did y'all know about how, what is that man's name? Clive Davis got ousted? I got a tip. It's going to be, basically, there is a Lucian Grange. Before Lucian Grange, there was another man. So I am identifying him. He was a man who was around Diddy. He was like the president of one of these companies that was super, super powerful. Clyde Davis hated the man. He defended Diddy, beating people up. It's a hell of a lot. And it reaches far beyond Diddy. Trap House. If I can get my, let me write this down. If I can get my video out tomorrow, it's another portion of Jay-Z getting exposed. If I can get my video out tomorrow at around 12:30 Central, we will have a members only live. I'm writing it down. I've been meaning to do that, and I sincerely apologize, members. So I'm going to try to do my video tomorrow for 12:30. It's a Jay-Z expose, and I'm putting it on my calendar to do members only in the evening. Thank you, Trap House, and I apologize again. But yeah, y'all, it does go deep. I got a tip, so this will be another exclusive tip, and we will be talking about it. Jezebel, I'm not putting that on the screen, but I'm dying. Y'all look at Jezebel's comment. No, you're right. We got to get into Clive Davis, no pun intended, but there's a lot that I'm hearing, in the streets. My recent exclusive tips have come true. I don't think that this one will be any different, but it's a lot of information that I have to pull in to source it to then bring it to you guys. But the Jay-Z stuff is coming tomorrow for sure. Look out for that. I'll try to be ready by 12:30 for sure. Let's see. Granny of 8 said, just like the video plays, y'all Mims works harder for us. Thank you, Granny of 8. Are you really a Granny of 8? Wow. Black don't crack. You don't have to send another super chat, but are you really a grandmother of 8? Wow. Maggie, thanks to the super sticker. She says a big smear campaign against Cassie has started. Maggie, if you see something, send it to me in my Instagram DM at Make It Make Sense Now. I'm not surprised. Okay. I got something very weird yesterday. And it was a phishing email to a very, 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 I don't know if I should say this. But guys, I started talking about hacking and some stuff has been going on with me. So it's some weird stuff. I don't know if I should put it out there, but be careful. I talk about cyber attacks, and this was definitely one. I don't want to relate it to what I've been talking about, but this one is super, super weird. So I will be sending it to my attorney. This one was like very, very weird and very, very, very specific. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for that Jay-Z story. Like the video on your way out and be careful because there are crazy people in this world and I'm speaking truth to power, but sometimes it's like, I'm definitely not scared. I'm aware. And there's certain things you can't like get past me on. So either way, See y'all tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. I know it's kind of late, but you'll definitely want to be here for the Jay-Z. 12:30 Central tomorrow.